Namaste, dear friends. Welcome to another session. We call it Journey Inside, Journey Within. So, all these sessions, we are holding space for ourselves, for each other, so that we can journey inside. So, today's session, friends, as always, what we do is we start with the message from the mountain, which is Mount Kailash. I generally share a message that is given by the mountain and it can help everyone. And the next thing we do is we are practicing the meditation of Vigyan Bhairava Tantra. So today we are going to discuss the Sutra 6. We have already covered 5 sutras. Today is the 6th sutra. And then the next phase is practicing meditation. That's the reason we are meeting here today. So we practice meditation and then we have the sharing. Okay, friends, I think some friends are joining. Welcome, friends. So, friends, today's message from the mountain is about our core belief. The core belief is, we have is we are alone in this path, in this journey. We feel lonely. At the core, this core belief is coming from the ignorance of the existence. We isolate ourselves so much that we feel, oh, there's no one, for me. I am walking all alone in this journey. So the message is to first, we need to change this belief into that we are always connected to the divine. It is not possible for us to exist without the connection with the divine, right? So when I was meditating on this message, I got these visions. I said, how is it that I am connected to the divine? Show me. So I got these messages that, can you recall incident in your life when you have not planned it? Friends, if you really sit with yourself, you see your past experiences, you will come to realize that majority of your experience is happening and then you follow. It is happening to us. This vision also, this realization also takes our, like we go into our deepest self to understand even this realization. That's why meditation, the more calmer we are, the more our heart and mind are balanced. Sometimes the heart energy is going like this, the mind energy is going like this. There is an imbalance. So the practice of meditation with the practice of reading the right books, the practice of being with the right sangha, having our connection with, people who are also meditators who are in this journey helps us to be in sync, the heart and the mind together. When the heart and the mind are together, we can see our experiences. The intelligence, the divine intelligence will show us that how many times are you actually running your life. So you will see the divine interference or the divine miracles in our life. Interference and miracle both. Sometimes few things does not happen. It can be like a divine intervention for us, saving us, right? So the message from the mountain is to affirm this belief that we are always connected to the divine. It can be like a very deep, beautiful affirmation for all of us. I'm always connected to the divine. Right. So, friends, this is the message from the mountain, and I love talking about this beautiful mountain, Kailash Mountain. I have been greatly blessed to be there to journey with like-minded friends. And these experiences are like experience we cannot speak of. They does not have words. We try to give them words. I'm also trying to give them words because that's how we communicate with each other. But the real experience is it does not have the wordings. There's not, that's now how we speak. The mountains speak to us, the journey speaks to us. Right. So it's one of the most beautiful journey I feel that we can ever go for. Right. So I generally, whomever I meet, I say, if you have the privilege someday, have go for this journey once in a lifetime at least. You need to be there. Okay, so that was the message from the mountain, and now we go to the Sutra 6. We are studying the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra. It is the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra comes straight from Lord Shiva. He has given the uh, secret of meditation here. So we have been studying these secret, and there are 112 meditations in this book. And it says every meditation, we can experiment with this meditation, like every sutra for 3 days or 7 days, and see if it resonates with us. Because there is one meditation for every character here. Every person will find, oh, this resonates with me. Like the first sutra, just watching the breath. It was the most simple technique, which again is improvised by Lord Buddha, right? Yes, and he called it Ana Sati meditation. It comes from the first sutra, right? So we can we can try and test and see which meditation works for us, and it will help you to deepen your meditation practice. And the more we meditate, the more our inner voice, our intuition, the higher self of us, we become that more, and we become less of this, this egoic self, which has this ignorance, wrong perceptions. The ego self is filled with wrong perceptions. So, friends, we are studying the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra, and this is the first sutra is simply about watching the breath, watching the pause between the breath. Then we have gone into the other techniques, like seeing the curve of the breath, seeing how the breath merges. So it's very, very beautiful technique, to just watch the breath, how many things are happening within, just taking the in and out of the breath. It's very interesting. So the sixth sutra, actually, we are basically taking the book of Osho. It is called the Book of Secret. And he has simplified it in a very psychological manner for us to understand that easily, right? So the sixth sutra is saying, while you are busy doing anything in your daily life, your attention on the tiny pause between your breath. So we need to keep our attention in on the tiny pause between your breaths. For example, you're walking. Oh, you're walking. Sometimes the internal chatter is going on. Okay, bring yourself back to the pause of the breath, and you walk. You are sipping tea. You are eating food, and even you are among the crowd. You're walking on the street. So by simply we can bring this as a like a daily practice. Little we can practice, friends. So it says by practicing this, you will feel like you have been born into a completely new life in just few days. So if you can practice this for a few days, just to remember, whenever you remember, nothing to force, like playfully. Okay, what am I doing? Let me bring my attention to the breath, pause of the breath. So you are doing some work in the kitchen, you are watching the TV, for example, something you are doing, and you have a moment for you to bring yourself back, come to the breath. Right, friends? So this is a very beautiful practice. So you can choose activities like you're eating a meal, even when you are sleeping before, I generally, when I'm not getting sleep, my favorite pastime is I want to watch the breath. Sometimes you don't get sleep, mind is too much, too much it is going on, you are lying down, what to do? Bring your attention to the breath. Even if it's more worse, go for a walk. Every step you are bringing your attention to the breath. Right, friends? So we will do this practice today. Will basically today's is our general practice of meditation. So we'll just watch the breath, the pause between the breath, how we have done in the first session, right? So let's get into the practice, friends. So I welcome everyone to take a comfortable posture. So the posture is your sitting posture. You crossed your legs, crossed your hands. If you're wearing a spectacle, remove the spectacle and gently close your eyes. And you put your attention on the inhale and exhale. Okay. And we are going to, when we are inhaling and exhaling, we are going to see how the breath is, right? So we are going to pause as you are exhaling. There is a tiny pause and inhaling. So there is at the exhale and before the inhale, there is this tiniest fraction of our breath stopping, right? And we are going to observe that. And this is what we will also take this practice in our daily life. Okay. So let's get to the practice, friends. I'll put the music on. Take a comfortable posture, crossed hand, crossed legs, close your eyes. Let the spine be as straight as possible and observe the breath, friends. So notice one breath comes in before it turns to go out. There is this tiny interval. And this interval is like a microscopic gap, very tiny. And one breath goes out. And before it is taken in again, there is another gap. Observe this gap. So as you practice, you will notice you have two layers of existence. There's a world of doing and there is a world of being. Your body continues to work. The body is taking the breath, or perhaps you're walking, you're talking. On the periphery or on the circumference, it feels it's working, but you remain anchored at the center. So, friends, look for the gap as you inhale and exhale. So all this drama and psychodrama of the life is happening. We are simply an actor playing our role. Perhaps you have the role of a worker, a role of a parent, a mother, a father, a friend, a teacher. But you know in your center that you are not that role. Your attention is at the center. The activity feels as if it is outside. The activity is happening to someone else. By maintaining this centering in the gap during your meditation or your chores or daily activity, you are breaking the identification with your social roles. So keep your attention between the pause of the inhale and exhale. Look for that tiny pause. And if it's very hard, you cannot, just relax. Watch the inhale and exhale. And again, see if you can come back to this tiny pause. So in this way, if we can practice few days, you will be born anew, experiencing life with a fresh, detached perspective that transcends the inner robot of mechanical habits into a divine force. Bring back your focus into the breath, especially into this tiny pause of the inhale and exhale. I'm going to give you some silence here to practice this and go deeper. another 10 minutes. 2 minutes more. One more minute. Okay, dear friends, whenever you are ready, you can rub your hands, make them warm, gently put it on your eyes, and very, very slowly, whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. Wonderful, friends. So, our practice for this week is to experience this new birth through, focusing on our breath whenever we are doing. Like experiment, we will experiment with this, like talking, eating, watching, sleeping. Whenever we are conscious, we are coming back to ourselves. We'll put our attention to the breath. Especially, we'll try to see the pause between the gap between the inhale and exhale. Right. So let us play with this minimum for 3 days, and if possible for the entire week. And if you like it, you can take it into your life and See if it really, uh, you feel something. If not, you will throw away the technique. But if it helps, we will take it forward. Right, friends. So we'll have this sharing in the chat. And I really appreciate all the friends who have joined today. Thank you so much. And let us practice this technique. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye bye, friends. Thank you.